Sports to the bone family. What's up, my viewers and subscribers? How are you guys doing? How is the Christmas festive time of the year, huh? Time to eat food, time to spend time with family, and time to watch and talk West Indies cricket. Yes, man. Blessings, my wonderful people. Hope you guys are doing okay. Hope you are all enjoying this day, the day after Christmas Day. Yes, man. Just going to be on here for a couple of minutes, for about an hour, as per usual. Just talk a little bit of sports, talk some West Indies cricket, see if we can understand what's going on. We just won a T20 series there, and we are set to go to Australia in the next couple of weeks for a test series, a couple of white ball games also. So, I can just imagine that people are over the moon and are actually just anticipating January when things will get up and running. Davian says, doing good, enjoying the time with family. Yes, indeed. It is always good to spend time with the family, Greetings, good people. Yeah, man, blessings. Clint says, season greetings from Trinidad. Yeah, man. Big up to all the Trinidad and Tobago posse in the house, Ramar says, blessing Lennox, happy holiday. Yeah, man, happy holiday, brother, happy holiday. All right, so what are we going to tackle first? Are we going to tackle the test squad again? Are we going to look at the test squad? Are we going to tackle the T20 series that just finished? What do you guys want us to tackle first? Just go ahead and send in what you want us to tackle first, and we will definitely do that. Let me just remind you of the test squad. Young squad in terms of experience, you understand, but we are hoping that they will be able to go to Australia and get something. It's I think the last time we won in Australia, we won a game in Australia, a test game in Australia was in the late 90s, probably 97 or so, or thereabout. Yeah, man, probably 97 last time we won a test game in Australia. But I just post in the squad so you guys can see what the squad is looking like. Cool, greetings. Dave and say T20 series. All right. No problem. What are the highs coming out of the T20 series? I did a video the other day covering what my feelings are. What are your thoughts coming out of the T20 series? Are we looking good? What are the areas that we need to work on? I mean, the bowling in general needs fixing, but is it that we need to identify a sixth bowler? Is it that we need to identify another seamer that is going to do some work for us in the power play death over? Even if we bring in another seamer, I know it's not easy to just walk in and say you're going master the art of bowling wide Yorker and all of that. With Romari Shepherd coming back in from injury, that would be good. Mackay, not sure what's going on with him. What are your feelings coming in? Let's say season greetings from Barbados. All right, blessings to everybody over there in Barbados. Watching from Guyana. All right, Tyrone, blessings. All right, blessing from Barbados. Let's talk about Australia tour. Yeah, man, we're definitely going to look at that. We're going to do the T20 series, and then we talk about the Australia tour. And in talking about the T20 series, I know we're going to touch on Shea Hope batting at number 3/4 and picking up an IPL contract and all of that. So we're going to tackle the T20 series first, Yeah, man, Jason, blessings. Shea Hope look like a good anchor. This team is gelling. This team is gelling quite good. All right, Shamar Joseph should open the bowling with Roach. All right. Areas of improvement is better defensive bowling on flat pitches. Yeah, yeah. We're going to touch on the test after, but just to start with what Davian said there. Yeah, when the pitch is not offering a lot to the bowlers in terms of us going and really getting value for our money while bowling, we need to be better defensive, right? In terms of how we bowl. We are a little bit indisciplined. Uh, when we get frustrated, it seems as if we turn to short pitch bowling. Even the spinners sometimes try to bowl short and thing instead of just giving the ball some ear and trusting the process. But we definitely need to work on that. When wickets are not tumbling, as I said, when the pitch is good for batting, we need to find a way to make sure that we are working. And as someone is saying here, variations needed. Yeah, you would look at somebody like a Dwayne Bravo. I mean, it took years for him to really get on top of that skill. But as I said, the variations is what we need. And when you say variations, we're not talking about running in and bowling short. Just mixing it up a little slower ball here, quicker ball here, getting a ball to cut in, getting a ball to cut away from the batsman. Simple little things like those. You have to be able to trust yourself. And the only way you can trust yourself to deliver stuff like that in games is if you get a lot of time practicing it. So I am thinking the players, they didn't get a chance to practice a whole lot of that because Shepherd and so was probably the man that they really thought would have done the job. But you need more than one person that is capable of doing that. As I said, it has to be practice, 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 practice. If we look at our leg spinner Yannick Correa throughout the ODI series, I think I remember seeing him bowling one googs in the first game, and based on what I am hearing, it's something that he's practicing, it's something that he's working on. So if he's not confident that he will pull it off, he's obviously not gonna bowl it because he doesn't want it to be like a free hit. You understand? So I am assuming it's the same thing with some other. I wouldn't even say say it's a case of them not practicing, yeah, man. Because if in practice you have to go through game situation, game scenarios. I remember when I played the game, not at a high level, obviously, but in practice you would have game situations or game scenarios that you run through. The coach would say, listen, you need 20 runs from 6 balls. You understand? The bowler is under pressure to make sure you don't score, and the batsman needs to find a way to score. So these are things that they do in practice all the time, man. Carl Hooper available for the tour. Boy, I am hoping so, I hope so. I hope so. But I was listening to an interview and I heard Red Pereira saying that Shamar Joseph told him that Jimmy Adams and I think it was Sean Tate from Australia, they were very 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 good the other day when they were playing the West Indies A tour there of South Africa. Hope was definitely a great person to steer from number 3. Yeah, man. Once Shea Hope is in, once Shea Hope is in, you understand, he definitely will give you value for your money. Mhm. I mean, you need smart bowling, yes, you need smart bowling, but you still have to find, sometimes you have to find a way to stem the flow of runs. Um, you need smart bowling to, if the batsmen are going at it to try and figure a way how to get them or to get around them. But sometimes a little one or two defensive over there, you can build up a little pressure. So I think I understand what he's saying. All right, my 15 members for the World Cup squad are King, Hope, Chase, Powell, Charles, Hetmeyer, Russell, Moti, Shepherd, Joseph, McCoy, Hussein, Fletcher, and Rutherford. All right, not a bad squad, Jason, but I'm not sure if I would pick at this point. Let me see. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm bringing the 2 spinners. If I'm bringing 3 spinners like you have here, Moti and Hussein. You have you have Moti and Hussein. The third spinner, in my opinion, the half spinner would have to be Sinclair. But I hear you still. I hear you. What you thinking of another spinner in the T20 team? Um, I mean, probably could work based on the pitch. I was listening something on Sportsmax and I heard Ricardo saying that, at one point he was looking and saying that we could have done well with another spinner, but it would have to be if we can find a leg spinner that's going to work good for us, that would be good. But if not, at this time Sinclair is the one that I'm going with. Need at least three bowlers in the team, death bowlers. Yeah, reserve player are Holder, Mayers, Sinclair, and Ford. All right, so yeah, okay. All right, I wish he hope to the opportunity to make his test comeback. I was looking forward to that. Right now, Ramar, a lot of these guys are moving away. You understand? I was thinking, Shea Hope was really and truly going to step back into test after going and playing some county cricket, but it so happened that his T20 skills they have caught the eyes of people around the world, and he's being fruitful from it. So I guess he's trying to cash in. How fast are the wickets in Australia? If they are fast wickets, we have to bear in mind that they too have world class fast bowlers. So the West Indies, the Windies work is not going to be easy. Good batting is key. Yeah, you're correct. You're correct, Williams. The batting is going to be the key. And knowing Australia with West Indies coming there, they are going to prepare fast the fast wicket. They are definitely going to prepare that. I am not too confident about our batsmen trying to survive. You understand? And it's not like I can pick out anybody, and I probably can only pick one man out of that team that will go on the front foot and not be afraid to attack and try and score runs. Right now, that squad that I am seeing, I probably only can pick out one man that going to try and do that. But the wickets are as usual, man. They are quick, bouncy. I was watching the first day of the I think it's the second test between Australia and Pakistan last night, and the bounce was good. The pitch, it looked good. I mean, the Pakistan bowlers weren't bowling quick; they were bowling in the 130s, but that is their thing. It's not like they were putting in the effort and bowling hard, and the pitch is just not giving you anything. But yeah, man, they're definitely going to provide some bouncy pitch. Manners to all the new to all a new year blessings. Yeah, man, Smith, blessings. Hello, Sports to the Bone. Like the program and the live trending sports entertainment. Thank you for the support. Blessings. Good night. Kenroy Forbes from Milk River. Biggest problem West Indies have, we want two best pace bowlers, too much all rounders. I think they're trying to move away from that, in all honesty. I think they're trying to move away from that. It's just that if we look at it, who are the pace bowlers that will fall in? Jaden Seals is injured. Obed Mackay, I'm assuming, is working his way back to fitness. Shamar Joseph is young on the scene. Who are they? We don't really have any out and out quick like that. We just have to hope that Shamar Joseph will get some good experience in Australia, and he will look to and he will keep improving. We have Isaiah Thorne, who is going to the World Cup in January 2024. He is pretty quick, you understand. So we just have to look at those. But I think they are moving away from the whole heap of all-rounder thing. Why I say that is the way how they're setting up the T20 team. If it's T20 you're talking about, you would notice that they have the two openers in King and Johnson Charles / Mayers. Then 3 they have Hope, Poor, and 4. Powell playing as a specialist 5, Rutherford / Hetmeyer 6, and then you have the all-rounder in Shepherd, and then the 2 spinners, and then the seamers. So they are sort of moving away from that. Where Test cricket is concerned, I'm not sure how this team is going to set up. I did a video yesterday. I think it was talking about my playing 11. I think I had or was it early this morning? I had Shanda Paul and Brathwaite opening with number 3. We have Mackenzie. 4, we have I think Greaves. Arthur is 5. We might have to step Arthur up to 4, seeing that he has played some international cricket and he's looking good. We might have to put him to 4. And Arthur say Greaves, say Arthur is 4, Greaves 5. You understand? Then I'm not sure how the all-round spot going go. Joshua De Silva probably 6, and then you have the wicket keeper and the bowler. So I think they're moving away from that concept of having a bag of itsy bitsy and bits and pieces cricketers in the team. Who else captain of West Indies team have won? Oh, you think he's saying which other West Indies captain have won 3 consecutive series in a year? Do you think that is a good sign for our next year World Cup in the Caribbean? I can't remember anyone else doing that in my time. In a year, I am assuming back in we went for years unbeaten back in the days. So you know that back in the days would have been. But these younger guys that play now, I can't remember any of them doing that. People are still thinking that our former captain Karen Pollard is the best T20 captain to have captained West Indies team. But he wasn't able to accomplish it. I don't think Darren Sammy, who I give the best T20 captain, I don't remember him accomplishing that either. So it's good, and I mean, I'm not giving sole credit to Ravman Powell. All of these guys, they are playing a lot of T20 cricket. We have former leaders in the team, people like Poor and people like Holder. These guys are playing franchise cricket all over the world and they are helping out. When you would have heard Ravman Powell saying that when he's in the field or when he's batting, the other guys are chipping in. When Ravman Powell is down on the boundary, obviously he's going to call who should bowl or who should whatever. But you would notice that Pooran is the one behind the stump, giving orders and setting the field and all of that. So, it's a team effort. It's definitely a team effort. It's good to see a captain achieving that. But it's a nice team effort. Good night, sports to the bone. Yeah, man, bless up. In terms of the second part of the question, it's a good look going in, but the bowling is still suspect. Not every day your batsman will be able to chase 190, 200. So that's something, and we need to work. And we hear even the captain himself say that. Question, sports to the bone. Do you believe that Karen Pollard should take the assistant batting coach for England World Cup Caribbean will be stable in the back for batting coach for England World Cup in the Caribbean? Will it be a stable in the back for... Oh, I think he said, will it be a stab in the back for West Indies team? I have already given my opinion on that, and some people say that I am siding with the snake. But listen, I am a realist, I call things how I see it, I'm not going to color code anything. The man is no longer working. The man is no longer playing for West Indies, working for West Indies. And I know a lot of people will disagree. No longer playing or working for West Indies. He was offered a job and he's doing a job. Should we go ahead and call all the former West Indies players snakes? Curtly Ambrose is well loved. Well, some will say he didn't captain West Indies team. If they're talking about captain, then Shivnarine Shandapal captained the West Indies team. He coached overseas. I named a couple more people the other day. So I just see it as people being simple. You understand? We are the same ones that will say CWI need to go out and find some former players from overseas. We hear them talking about bringing in Justin Langer. We hear the same fans talking about international players that the West Indies need to bring in. So why when international teams bringing in our players are snakes? Why when Moti, the former batting coach that we had, why we never run him away? Why we never tell him so we don't want anyone from India to come and try help us with the spin problem that we have? We have a guy, I think he's, somebody remind me of his name. I don't remember if it's Frank. There's a guy from New Zealand that is a part of the team now and we're winning. Why we don't send him back and tell him, say, we don't want anybody from overseas to come because they're snakes? I call it foolishness, And as I said, everybody won't agree. Pollard is not the most loved person in the world, so people will use all sorts of things to try and knock him. I see it. Yeah, James Franklin. Thanks, James Franklin. Pollard is not the most loved person in the world, so people will use all sort of thing to knock him. Um, I don't I see a man working. I see a man working, but you know, I myself might be a snake based on the example and how people said it. Good night to all. Season greetings. Sports to the bone. Yeah, man. Blessings, blessings. O'Shane Thomas and Jair McAllister. What about them? Coming in the team. What about them? Sports to the bone. Jermaine Blackwood should deserve a chance to come back to the squad when they tour in England. I mean, if they drop him like that, then I don't know what is he. I don't know what he's going to do by then to get back into the squad. It's not like they're going to have a bag of red ball regional tournament for him to play and get back into the squad. They drop him and bring in guys that are averaging the same as him in regional tournament. But those guys in the regional tournament, I guess, would have scored some runs. So they said they deserve the opportunity. What they only I don't have a problem with them leaving him out, you know. My problem is how it was done. And I'm thinking they probably could have called him when they realized that they reached out to Bravo, Shea Hope. When they realized Bravo and Shea Hope, you know, wasn't gonna go and hold that, they probably could have reached out back to him and say, listen, as a senior player, we want to bring you back in. But they probably didn't tell him anything already, and then when they find out that the other guys not accepting it, they couldn't go back to him again. I don't know, Star. What sort of wickets are our curators going to provide? If it's batting paradise, we may still be hammered for a lot of runs. Maybe too much for us to chase. Bowlers win matches too. Yeah, you're right. You are right. You know, good quality bowling win matches. I tell a man saying, no, it was Marlon Samuel's batting prowess in the two World Cups there that did well for us, you know. But I don't want a man underestimate Sunil Narayana and Samuel Badri's bowling, you know. You understand the bowling is definitely going to and Bravo obviously going to be important, you know. Pollard in is needed by England for his knowledge and local conditions. I mean, as I said, I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it. I just see a man working. You understand? The man is no longer playing for West Indies. He's not affiliated with CWI in terms of working with them. So the man is just working. You understand? The man is just working. You know, I'm trying to remember all the names that I typed out the other day and asking people why they don't say those guys are snakes also. But as I said, when people don't like people, you know, they will do anything. Not saying everybody that calling him a snake is because they don't like him, you know, but some people will do anything to try and tear him down. You know, I think Haynes also said he owed Powell a phone call when he lost ODI vice captaincy. As far as I am concerned, that man who a lot of people are called. I don't know even Nkrumah Banner. I'm not saying that they should take Nkrumah Banner to Australia because you know we know why they didn't play him against South Africa. They dropped him against they said they weren't dropping him against South Africa. They were arresting him and sending him back to the Caribbean to work on some stuff in time for India. We haven't heard anything since, so he's probably still working to play against India. You understand? I don't know. Sports at the bone, who will be playing in the home series next year. So we have England, but I think we go to England. Australia, we go to Australia. As of now, I clearly remember England and Australia. I don't remember what's happening further up in the year. Good morning, bro. I think Wendy's in bad state. If the largest population, Jamaica, don't care about cricket. The problem, Reed, is the problem is the politics. The politics is the problem where that is concerned. As I said, the population, we're expected to produce cricketers. We're expected to produce cricketers. You understand? But we probably could have seen this coming from a mile. We didn't bid for the World Cup. We're not helping the government. They're not helping out when games are being hosted there. You know, anybody's from Jamaica, they know what's going on with the Trelawney multi-purpose stadium. So these guys, anything they're not getting a large kickback from, it sounds sad. It's sad for me to be saying this as a Jamaican, but anything them guys not getting a kickback from them not interested in it. You hear? Anything anything they can pull something from, they're not interested in it. So I won't even go too political. The last time I spoke about cricket in Jamaica and highlighted why you can clearly say they don't care. People start getting them feelings and start talk about politics and start say all kind of foolishness. But them guys no business about anything. When you have a country where the leaders are taking increase by 300 and 250% on their pay, see mad people in them, man. What happened to McKenny Clark, Fabian Allen, Kimo Paul, Cornwall? McKenny Clark, I don't think anything is wrong with him. He just did make the squad. He was recently a part of the thing that we had going on the other day, the red ball series. Fabian Allen, just don't make the team. Two left arm spinners are currently performing better than him. He cannot get in the team. Kimo Paul, not sure what's going on, if it's fitness issue. Cornwall, the spinners are ahead of him just the same, so I'm not sure, Good night, Sports of the One. Happy holidays to you. Long since I joined your life. Kevin D, blessings. Long time support. Is Fabian Allen done with cricket? I don't think he's done with cricket. He's just, remember we saw him the other day playing, he just wasn't able to make the team. We have two left arm spinners that are playing better than him. You understand? And obviously they're not going to try and have three left arm spinners in the team. One thing people need to understand is that cricket takes lots of investment, and which business people is going to invest lots of money to get no return. Yeah, so it's a lot of things. It's a lot of things. It's a whole lot of things connected to it, It's a whole lot of things connected to it. You understand? As I said, people not going to Sabina Park to really watch the games. Even the CPL, even the Jamaica Talawas, them play a part tonight too, because the three main crowd pullers that we had there in Jamaica, in Chris Gale, Andre Russell, and Ravman Poole, they left under suspicious circumstances, and the Jamaica Talawas people come out and say that, boy, it's business and everything good. So you can't expect the country going to come out and people are not eat that, It's the same thing I've always said where CWI is concerned. When them come and tell us some foolishness and expect us to believe it, we're not eat that. We have sense and we're watching the cricket. So it's the same thing with here. The last Jamaican that was really into pushing some money in cricket was Mr. I'm named Bush Stewart, and him drop out. I mean, the company is still there, but people don't really want them brand on certain things, I believe that Pollard should have never taken the job for a World Cup in the Caribbean, because England just want Pollard to show West Indies strength to them, so England can beat West Indies next year. But West Indies is not the only team playing in the World Cup. Or are you saying, Jason, that West Indies are so much of a favorite that they are the only ones that they need to worry about? What about when England? What about when England brought in? What about when England brought in? Who did they bring in? Was it Mike Hussey? When they won the T20 World Cup was it in Australia? What about that? I mean, I hear you still. I hear you. Good evening, Sports to the Bone. I think the Test series going to be challenging, but we will do very well in the white ball series, says Kemar. All right. I hear you. It's sad Jamaica can't host no cricket for the biggest island, the Caribbean. I blame Jamaica government. I blame them too. I always tell people that I see this coming, before I left Jamaica, I was coaching cricket there. I was coaching cricket at the primary school level and a little bit in the high school level. And where the primary school cricket is concerned, there's no cricket. And for those who don't know what I mean by primary school, I'm talking about students between the ages of 6 to 13. So that would be grade 1 or 6 to 12. That would be grade 1 to grade 6. You understand? There was basically no competition for them to play, so you could see it. And then most of the players in high school, they are gravitating towards cricket, football. Right now, I can probably count 10 students that I had in the past that played cricket when I had them in grade six. And they move on to high school, and I can count 10 of them that go on to play Manning Cup and finish with cricket and get and they are about to make living off football. You understand? So I understand that people do it because of not only what is the hot thing in the country, but what they can get scholarship off, what they can get signed off. There are players playing in the Manning Cup right now and in Premier League for Jamaica that I coached in grade six that cricket was their main thing. But once they go on to high school, they some of the schools not really in the thing. West Indies, so you find that contribute to the whole Jamaica thing. West Indies team just need a spin all rounder who can bat like Samuel. And then the thing was Samuel. The thing is that the teams is so different. Marlon Samuels was a top order batsman that could give you some overs. So if Arthur Ness gets into the white ball team eventually, he's somebody that they could they could invest in, try to get him to develop his bowling. He would be that top order batsman that could give you some overs maybe. Sabana Park is now hosting parties instead of cricket. Apparently, they are receiving way more revenues from hosting parties. Yeah, easy. John normally easy, Douglas. Easy, and a long time it happening. It's happening long time. It's happening long time. I am almost sure that I have been to, well, maybe not more, but the amount of football game I have gone to Sabina Park to watch, the amount of football game, not Manning Cup, Super Cup, Flow Super Cup, the amount of football games that I go to Sabina Park to watch, probably close to the amount of cricket games that I watch. So as I said, they need money to operate these places. Shea Hope will be out for the T20 and the day, and Shea Hope will be out for T20 and one day games. No, man, I think it's only the test. I think it's only the test. I think the selectors could have used Casey Carty in the test squad. He is really talented young man. He would be good. I right now, Ramar, I want to hear it from the selectors themselves why Casey Carty wasn't selected. I can't see it. You understand? I can't see it. I mean, he didn't have a tremendous time the other day when we played regional cricket. He didn't have a tremendous time, and they gave him an opportunity in the ODI team, and he did some work. So why, when the game that he's more suited to, for them not carry him? Well, we can't understand them people here, man. Yes, West Indies team is the favorite to win World Cup next year in the Caribbean because that is the conditions West Indies like to play in. Okay, Jason, you live and you learn. Every day you learn something new. Now that Reefa dropped, we need to groom a solid number three batter. Mackenzie or Arthur we can't afford to change the number three spot all the time. Generally, the number three is the best batter. Yeah, and I mean, generally, these days, the best start batting at number four. But as I said, the number three batsman need to be skillful, needs to be somebody that is comfortable playing pace, spin, knows how to construct an inning. So it's going to be between those two guys. I'm a bit surprised that they didn't take the opportunity to bring Casey Carty there. Sports the bone, I think Jamaica cricket is mashed up. It's had Jamaica historical impact in the sport of cricket. With the West Indies have been huge. No, to see they not having a team next year and having any cricket play is a big disappointment. Big disappointment, my friend. Big disappointment. England played in the Caribbean many times before. I'm sure their analysts know about the pitches already before Pollard even get there. Yeah, and as I said, he's so why is he there then? So why is he there? I mean, on any given day, you can't. Remember the man is a captain that would have played in. On any given day, when you go out there and spin in the toss and whatever, and some advice is good. You understand? They did the same thing in Australia. They didn't do it in India. So it's not like it's the first time they're doing it. It's just because, as I said, people, that is how we think as Caribbean people. But they do the same thing in Australia. Every time I come and sit without the laptop charger. Jano, it's a bad habit, people. Let me plug in the laptop quick. See, you know. Got it. Yeah, that's much more like it. All right. Yeah, Rastaman, bless up, bless up. All right, Mr. Allen, come make the team as a batting all rounder in the T20. At least he needs to score plenty runs. All right. So this is my question to you. You're trying to find a way to play him as a batting all rounder. Is he going to play over Romari Shepherd? Is he going to play over Andre Russell? That's the question. Because what the others spot set already. Brandon King, Kyle Mears, right? If you're opening with Kyle Mears / Johnson Charles. Number 3, Shea Hope. Number 4, Puran. 5, Powell. 6, Rutherford / Etmeyer. You have Shepherd, Russell. How you going to play him as a... I don't know. My prediction for the 60 who going through the other stage of the World Cup are West Indies, England, Australia, Sri Lanka, New Zealand, or South Africa. All right, I hear you. I hear you. I don't pollard it any threat to West Indies cricket by joining England. Or you saying you don't think he's any threat. Why not keep Blackwood? You are already short the senior players. That's the same thing I said earlier. I don't have a problem with them leaving him, initially. But when they find out that Shea Hope and Mayors and all of them guys don't want to go, but as I said, probably they already left him out without telling him, and then they find out that Shea Hope and those guys not accepting it, so they couldn't go back to him. Sports to the bone. Do you think we will win any of the test matches in Australia? No, I don't think we'll win any of the test matches. I think we will do well in the white ball series, maybe in the T20 series. Let me be specific, because it's not easy to beat them in ODI either. You understand? But I don't think we'll win any of the tests. Um, I I am looking at the Australia batting lineup, and I can't see it. You understand? Obviously, anything can happen, and we have guts. We have youngsters that are hungry, but I can't see it. I cannot see it. And how indisciplined we are with bowling short pitch deliveries, I can't see us doing that. Um, First thing, I mean, David Ward are probably not going to be opening by then. Maybe it's going to be Marcus Harris or one of them guys with Usman Khawaja. We like to bowl short pitch delivery. We can't bowl that to Khawaja. We can't bowl that none at all. Bowling to somebody like a Khawaja, ball has to be full, round and about fourth or fifth stump there, outside the half stump, getting him to throw his hand at it with minimal footwork. And we don't like to bowl them deliveries that long enough. So I would have fancied us a little bit more if Jaden Seals was there. Not because he's not quick, but and I mean they're not expected to get a lot of movement with the ball, but I trust him to keep the ball in a particular area for longer periods of time. Roach is not quick, but he will probably give them a little trouble. You understand? I can't see us damaging that test team. Sports in the bone. You think Seals should be ready for England series? I'm not sure what the injury is. I'm not sure. Well, they say it's a shoulder injury. I don't know what problem. I don't know if it's a muscle. I don't know what it is. So I can't say. Blackwood is a Colossus failure. While I was never a fan of Reefa at 3, I think the selector has messed up not selecting him as an all-rounder, batting at 7. I believe the West Indies can pull off an upset in Australia, says Winston Miller. I believe I can fly. I like Alec as a batsman in the T20 more than Rutherford and Hetty. All right. I honestly feel Test cricket is basically dead to most teams other than the big three. All right. We use the same T20 team and the same T20 team and one day team as we did for England series. More or less, I am assuming. I am assuming that's what they are looking to do. Obviously things can happen. Players can pop up. Players can get injured. But the core of the player, I would assume they are planning to do that. Blackwood Blackwood has gotten his Blackwood have got his I think he's saying chance already. So let us pray and hope that the youngsters play their best and let other players who refuse to go play know that West Indies team is not theirs only. Yeah, we definitely want the guys that are going to perform. And also, I don't see CPL coming back to Jamaica anytime soon. I, I second that, I can't see it happening. I can't see it happening, but when you do things like this, you have to put something on it. You have to leave it open so fans believe that it's going to come back. I can't see it happening either. I can't see it happening. Sports in the Bone, Kimo Paul is the sixth bowler when he comes back in the team, especially. Hold on, the people. All right, the boss, good. Kimo Paul will be the sixth bowler when he comes back in the team, especially the ODI. All right, Kurt, I hear Kimo Paul needs to join a gym. Them little thing that are really the man is a international athlete, Kurt. So Pico inform he says, I wish Hope could take the silver space. He bats with no intent and he has no good technique. I mean, he got a century the other day on the final day of that warm-up game against South Africa A. So I am hoping that sort of form will I'm hoping that sort of form will roll over to Australia. We probably a lot of us talking about guys that batting slow. We're probably going to pray when they go to Australia that they bat slow. We're talking about the two openers because if we lose them two openers there early, and the Australian bowlers are still fresh, it's not going to look good. Today is Hetmeyer birthday. Yeah, man, we shout out Hetmeyer in a post already. I believe in new blood and we should give this test team a chance. After all, we've been losing consistent with those season players. Yeah, man, we don't have a problem, Gil. We don't have a problem with these guys getting an opportunity. You understand? I am just a little worried about the having so many inexperienced players at the same time. But as I said, I always say if a man don't want to offer his service, you keep it going. The cricket keeps moving, man. Will they continue with batting Da Silva higher up the order like last time? So that was a last time, as in what? The West Indies A tour that you just played. In the test team, he's not going to bat higher than 6. Based on how this is shaping up, I don't see them playing. I don't see a seam a bowling all rounder like we would have a holder in the team. Or a Kyle Mears. We don't have anybody like that. So I don't see him batting higher than 6. I don't see him batting higher than 6 in this team. Kimo Paul should just play as a batsman. Arthanes will be the captain for West Indies 4 series in the future. He is the only batsman of any note away from the openers. Yeah, I mean, he has captained before, and the CWI people, the selectors, and these guys, they have openly said that he's a part of a group of players that they are grooming to take over West Indies cricket. You understand? Alzari Joseph, as we know, is the vice captain now. Sports in the Bone, what's the story with John Campbell? So the last update I got on John Campbell is that his appeal from CAS, that's his Court of Arbitration for Sport, will be heard in January. So he's appealing his lawyers, trying to get them to give it a 1-year ban, to peel it down to 1 year instead of 4 years. So if they accept that in January, then he would have, I guess he's going to start playing immediately based on time served because he has been out of the game for 1 year. But in the middle part of January, I think 15, 16, somewhere thereabout, the Court of Arbitration for Sport will look at the appeal case to see if they can overturn the charge that was given to him by the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission. Sports in the Bone, question to you. Your coach Darren Sammy and his staff with Phil Simmons for the first 6 years. Do you see improvement, or do you see further in Darren Sammy hand? Do you see further in Darren Sammy hand as leg long he is the coach? I don't know if I fully understand the question, but I mean, winning three series on the trot is definitely improvement. Um, I am seeing something that I have always wanted to see, whether it is the coach that is directing the selectors to do this, or the selectors are doing it by themselves, where a lot of half and half cricketers are not being selected. They are going with a model where they have 5 or 6 specialist batsmen and all rounder, the keeper and the bowlers. That's a model that I've always been a fan of. So whether it is the new coach that is nudging the selectors and telling them to look that way or not, I don't know. But we still have to remember that Phil was there when we won World Cup and all. So we still need to give Sammy some time. We still need to give him some time. But the white ball team is doing well so far. Sports to the Bone, good night. The tests, we have to give the test team some more time. Sports to the Bone, good night. Season greetings to you and your fans. I believe that our T20 team can be strengthened with Arthanes as an opener and Walsh as a leg spinner. I don't see anyone else getting in. Yeah, the Arthanes part is part that I agree with. That is something that I said a few weeks ago, that if Kyle Mayers is not picking the slack up, Arthanes probably will get an opportunity to play T20 cricket. He has shown the ability in ODIs, and also when he's playing red ball cricket, he has shown he has a knack for batting fast, and he would maintain the right left combination at the top of the order. Walsh, he had a good season, campaign just now. Let's see if he will be able to follow that up with another good one. Let us see. But I am always a strong believer that any good leg spinner in a team, is good. Kemar Roach stats are worse in Australia. How did they select him over McAllister? Do you think it was just for experience? I mean, he doesn't have the best stats, as you said, but especially since he has lost his pace. But you definitely need an experienced bowler going. Gabriel isn't going. Holder isn't going. You already have Shamar Joseph and a couple of other Hakeem Jordan. You definitely would have to bring Roach, even if the stats aren't the best in the world. West Indies have good players, but because they are attacking batsmen, they say they are T20 and ODI players. People like Puran, I think it's just a waste not seeing him play a test match. He is a better player. The players have to want to play it, though. The players have to want to play it. Did Blackwood get the call from Desmond? I don't know, Star. I don't know. Good night, Sports to the Bone. What is the match for Nick? What is I'm not sure if I understand what you're saying, Marcia. What is the match? Come again, Marcia. I don't think I get that. Sports to the Bone, there have Chase as a backup spinner in case Moti or Hussein get injured. So do you find Allen come be a better backup option than Chase, especially Allen big hitting? As I said, the only other spinner right now for me should get anywhere close to the team is Kevin Sinclair. I see you trying to find a way to fit in Fabian Allen, and as much as he is my countryman, he can't get in the team. We have the two left arm spinners there already. The next best performing spinner in the Caribbean is Kevin Sinclair. So if one of them get injured, Sinclair has to play. You understand? I don't see why going fit him in all honesty. What is the ideal run rate we need to be successful for our batting? Also, what run rate would you love to see us restrict Australia for? That's a good question, That's a good question for a test. I don't know. What are we usually going at? We usually go under 3. If we can go 3.5, I don't know. I know we're not going to be 4 or over. But if we can go 3, or I don't know. What are we usually scoring at? I know it's under 3. If we can go close, if we can go 3 or over, you understand? Sports to the Bone. Here's a question. In terms of Australia, I would have to check and see the run rate that they usually go at. But if we can, this is going to be wishful thinking. But while we're picking up wicket, if we can get them three or so, we work with it. How the sports to the bone. Here's a question: how they banned Marlon Summers and he retired a few years ago. That makes sense. So players can come out of retirement, right? Players that are retired, they can come out of retirement and make themselves available. Whether they will be selected or not is another thing. You understand? Players can come out of retirement and he can make himself available, if not for West Indies, for Jamaica. And say for argument's sake, the Jamaica Cricket Association wants to select him. Then what is how would I put it now? What is accused of would be a problem because you would have a man that is accused of what they say he did playing national cricket. So even though he has retired, it's man can come out of retirement. Now, as Calmeres is underperforming, is it time to give chance to Spiceman, or is it time for Haynes to give a call to Lewis and call him back? I don't think Charles have to give should be given chance over Fletcher. Probably Fletcher will. As I said, in my opinion, I think they are looking towards some of the youngsters. Going into the World Cup, I wouldn't be surprised if they go for the Spiceman, as you said. Evan Lewis, quite a few people have been asking about Evan Lewis, but what I would say is Evan Lewis, those who watch this channel will know that fit and performing Evan Lewis is always in my team. But Evan Lewis didn't do much in the CPL. He didn't do anything for his team in the CPL. You understand? They had to be taking captaincy from him, giving it back, taking it, giving it back. And then in the Super 50, he wasn't fit. You understand? They had to send him home. He wasn't fit. So I'm not too sure what Evan Lewis we would be getting. At this moment, I would probably go for Fletcher. If they are looking for immediate impact. You understand? Long term, I want Arthanes playing. And it's obvious that if he plays, he's probably going to he's going to perform, and then T20 franchise teams are going to pull his leg. But I don't see how Lewis would get in. I don't know. How would we pick him? We really love cricket because some things them selectors do sometimes. It sucks. They are the ones that make our best players don't want to play test cricket. That is true still. Because already Charles has failed to perform and was dropped in 2023 in 50 over. They gave him a game the other day, and he made 27, so they probably have him in mind still. Sports at the Bone, do you think that Matty Ford should play tests? What do you mean if I think he should play? If the opportunity comes, then he will. You understand? It's just that most of these guys they are bowling in the same the same region. They are not extremely quick, and the skill set is not very much developed as yet. So going up against any top class batsman, they're going to have a problem. Good night, Sports to the Bone. Wish the guy good luck. It will not be. Oh, wish the guys good luck. Yeah, man, we're definitely wishing them luck. My expectation for West Indies in Australia Test Series is that the young men grab the opportunity against arguably the second best Test attack in the world. Yeah, that is true. If they can grab it, that would be good. Who are you giving the best Test attack now? South Africa. I see South Africa. I see Robert running through the India top line, batting order. Top order. Mm. To be honest, I know he might not want to play, but our T20 team would really be complete with the return of Evan Lewis to open. As I said, it's not. I am sure if they give him a call, he would probably want to play. But how do you pick him? How do you select him? How do you select him? Are you just going to give him a call and say, come and play, and turn a blind eye to his most recent form? How would we just call him and say, come and play? How would we work that? Honestly speaking, Blackwood doesn't deserve a call to play for West Indies. He always underperforms against senior country. Yeah, I mean, I'm not. Yeah, I don't have a problem with them dropping him. As I said, it's a process how it was done, and I was saying that with all of the senior guys not being there, then they probably could give him a call. Um, you know. Pura needs to bowl more. He a decent spin bowler. Let hope keep wicket sometime. I hear you, boss. Lara scored 277 runs in Australia when he was just 23 years. I believe that either Mackenzie or Anthony is going to shock the cricketing world with some very good scores against Australia top bowlers. And I think they can, you know. I think they can. I think they can. I definitely think they can, especially Anthony. Mackenzie would have shown his class already, but Lara is a different kettle of fish still. Laura is a different kettle of fish, Bridget. That's Laura alien. Why did Dorrit retire? I have no idea, Sir Ian. Good night, Lennox and Sports to the Bone family. Let us say we lose the test in 3 days for both tests. What next for this group of youngsters, especially if the T20 guys win 2-1 after justifying importance of experience? I don't know how. I don't know. They probably would have. They probably would go back for Nkrumah Banner and they probably would go back for Nkrumah Banner and Jermaine Blackwood. But they're still going back. Some of these youngsters, man, they're still going back. Them going into Australia, it's not going to be easy. So they're going to have that to say that teams don't necessarily beat Australia and Australia, and the fact that it's a young team, they're probably going back them. It's really tough to go with so much inexperience. But they're going back them. They're still going back them. It's not a lot we have coming up that can replace them. Tajan and Chanapal needs to regain form for West Indies to come close to draw without rain. Sir Ian Dorrit going to England next year to play cricket. He was signed yet again to play over there. There was no world-class bowler in that warm-up match. Da Silva can bat against quality bowling. I should be gone with Blackwood. Oh, he should be gone with Blackwood and company. I hear you, Jacan. So what about the actual specialist batsmen? What about the actual specialist batsmen? Kevin Anderson should have been in the squad to Australia. I think they're still giving him some time, but him going wouldn't have made it any worse than the bag of uncapped players that they have there. You understand? He's another youngster that is coming through that I am hoping will play some test cricket. He's pretty talented. Good night, Sports to the Bone. What time the match will start next month? All right, so we will arrive there on the 30th of December. And I think the first game is on the 15th or the 16th of January. But the closer we get to the game, I will do updates. West Indies Cricket Board has to establish a system of communicating with players before contacting the media. The current system is embarrassing. I have never heard this happening in any other country. Never. Akil Hussein to open the batting. Yeah, probably. Lennox, we know your stance is performance-based for Lewis. We call Oshane Thomas when he was out of shape to be in the squad versus India, as well as Hayden Walsh as travel reserve versus England. Same for Lewis, please. I mean, my problem is the fitness, I mean, his batting form is obviously horrible, but I'm saying I don't know what his fitness is like. Only a few weeks ago, or is it a couple months by now, they had to send him home from thing there because of his form. As I said, Lewis is a guy that I like him as a opener. Lewis is always my first opener on paper. The man is averaging mostly 31 or 32 or something like that. I think I said 29. I didn't check, and you corrected me and said he's averaging in the early 30s. So I like him as an opener, but I don't know what's going on with him. The difference with Oshane Thomas is CWI, they were working with him behind the scene. You understand? They were working with him behind the scene, so they know what's going on. I don't know if they are working with him. We know the situation between him and them. Let's put Lewis and Thomas get back in shape. All right. Evan Lewis would have to score a lot of runs in one of these leagues to get called up if he is even going to play in a franchise league because of his form. We need to get Lewis and Hetty clicking for the World Cup. All right. Is it true that Darren Bravo was called up by Haynes to play for West Indies? Yes, he was called. Not Desmond Haynes, though. So it was the director of West Indies cricket, Miles Bascom, that reached out to Darren Bravo, calling him, asking if he would like to accompany the team to Australia, and he turned it down. You understand? Probably his mind is still not in a place where he would want to go. Next thing, if him go and not perform based on his mental state, you hear that. That's why they didn't want to pick him in the first place. As well as how it was done initially, I don't rank Bravo to say no. You understand? I see in the comment section where someone was saying that sometimes you just have to let bygones be bygones and just go and carve out something for yourself. But me not go. I not going. I not going any at all. Was Carty picked? No, Carty wasn't selected. I put in. I actually put the squad in earlier, so Carty wasn't selected, and that I cannot understand. I cannot understand why Casey Carty was not selected. There goes the squad again. Sports in the Bone, where Tasia and Chana Paul make his debut. He's not in Australia. Make his 100. Shandopar made his debut in Australia. Yes, I don't remember him making 100 against them. I remember him getting a half century and 48, if I'm not mistaken. What is standing out in my mind was Mitchell Stark bowling short to him in one of those innings, and he just rocked back and pull it in the stands for 6. That is what I remember the most of Shandopar's debut. I don't. Whatever happened to Mindley, the fast bowler, he just disappeared, was called up last year and breakdown in 5 overs. So that is Marquino Mindley from Jamaica. I'm not sure what's going on with him. I'm not sure. A lot of these players that we see come up and just drop off the radar. Sometimes I reach out to them, and think to have a talk, and they turn me down. So all of these guys that you guys keep asking about, the Marquino Minleys, the Shemar Holder, all of them guys that most of them I reach out to them, and some either don't, some answer and say not right now, and some just don't answer any at all. You understand? Trying to reach out to find out what's going on with their career. So some of them just no answer. So I'm not able to say what's going on with a lot of them. Sports to the Bone. It is true Darren Bravo withdraw from the test squad, or he's afraid of Australia. So I am not buying into. I am not one of them that is going to feed into that. I'm not one of them that going to feed into that about him being afraid of fast bowling. So that's why he's not going. I'm not going to feed into that. But he was called up and he turned it down. You understand? I would do the same. I think that excluding Carty is ridiculous. I don't know why they do. I don't know how I don't know how they come by that. They want to pick Darren Bravo now because their fast pick batsman refuse. Oh, their first pick batsman refused to play. Yeah. I said it earlier that probably the plan was to take him to Australia even before all of this, and see they call him, or it could be a case of them. They didn't plan to take him in at all, and they just because of the outcry that's going on and all of that, now they decide to try. Shanda Paul looked convincing initially, but he didn't carry the momentum in the future. That's the concern. His innings might be slow, but he definitely has the capability to build an innings. Yeah, we are hoping that he will stand to this challenge. My problem with most of these guys is it's not that I'm trying to point out all the faults of our batsmen, but I am watching. I'm not watching it now. Last night I was looking at the game, the test between Pakistan and Australia, and Australia, they were batting, and I was looking at some of the stuff that we can exploit. Usman Khawaja, there's not much. The last 2 years, the man has been the best test player in the world. You understand? But there are things that you can exploit. So I was looking at some stuff, and it's not a lot. You understand? But when I look at at our batsmen, there are stuff that, especially with bowlers bowling upwards of 140, you understand? It's going to be problematic. Chamara Hola was a nice looking bowler. Carty is best suited for a test format. Quincy, as I say, I can't understand how they do things. I just cannot understand. The moment I have been saying this since 2020 when England came to the Caribbean. I think he was in Jamaica and he played in a practice game against some of the England bowlers and scored. You know, I think he got 2 half centuries or a half century and a 48. And I was like, yeah, man, they need to work with him, man. And can't, you know, I don't understand. I cannot understand the selectors. Maybe that's why I am on the chair here and there in that job, but I can't understand them. The young, inexperienced team have nothing to lose in Australia. No pressure, no expectations. All right. Preacher, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Sports to the bone question. If Mayers and Holder does not perform before World Cup start, should any of them get picked? If yes, why? Jason Holder recently said that he's not playing Test cricket because he's doing everything. He's playing as many T20 games as possible to get himself ready for Australia, to get himself ready for the World Cup. So obviously he's looking forward to it. Um, there's less wiggle room for him now, with Russell coming back in and Shepherd now doing his thing. In the Caribbean, they're obviously going to want Jason Holder's bowling skill. You understand? That is the only thing that is keeping him in the team now, no batting. So, you know, they're going to have him there. Kyle Mears, uh, you know, they're still working with him. They're still working with him. I have said that you obviously need a bat, one of the openers to go on and bat a lot of overs. But it's not always going to be Brandon King. So sometimes it would be nice to see Kyle Mears do it. But I don't really have a problem with my team getting to 50, 60 for one in the power play if Kyle Mears give me a quick 30 from 20 deliveries or something like that and get out. But the problem is that he's not really giving us much. You understand? So, you know, he needs to perform, you know. But I think the Australia series is what they will use to really smooth out things. Rotating the strike will be key to success. Yep. Test and one day different ODIs about the World Cup. Test is now Bravo should go. Yeah, I mean, I understand that they said they are building towards the ODI World Cup. That's why they didn't call him. But you would appreciate Preacher. You would have appreciate Preacher that they selected someone that was 1 year younger than Darren Bravo, or just a couple months younger, and Bravo outperformed that player. I mean, give it that man would probably play as an opener, yes, but it just doesn't add up. What they are saying doesn't make any sense, Preacher. That is a problem. And the way in which it was done, I have a problem with. And I did a video the other day pointing out all of the things that the lead selector said when he came on and said that these guys, they're not worried about their age right now because, you know, they don't have a large pool. So once they are performing and clearly working for the spot, they will be picked. The man said just a couple months ago that the players will be picked once they perform. So the problem is the mixed signal that will be sent. You are saying that Bravo should have gone. I hear you, but I personally wouldn't go away. What if we what if we somehow find a way to win one game in Australia? It would be a major for us, man. That would be good. I can't remember us winning anything since 1997, probably. Test, that is. I could be overthinking, but I can't remember that. And I wasn't even old enough to remember that either. That is just through my reading over the years. I pick up on that. But if we're able to pull that off, I would be happy. I don't think David Warner is going to play, so hopefully Marcus Harris is a good opener. Hopefully he comes in and will be unsettled and nervous, and we can get him for a couple of cheap ones. Marnus Lamachine isn't in the best form. I mean, last night when I last checked his score, he was on 44, not out. Probably batting as I'm speaking. He's not in the best form in the world. But then again, some of these guys tend to find form when they come up against us. So, you know, there are little things that I'm just looking for some little holes that we can probably wiggle through, but it's going to be tough. Sports to the bone, I call the squad new kid on the block against Australia. All right. Why can't Gale come out of retirement and play for West Indies? Man is still playing like a young man. 4 fast bowler for the first test. That is how I have it, you know. That is how I have it, but That is how I have it, but someone was saying that that would probably make the batting tail too long because I had I was thinking Shandopal, Brathwaite, 3. I was thinking maybe Mackenzie, then 4 we have Arthanes or Justin Greaves, 4 or 5. That 6 I was thinking Silva. Then we had Moti, 7. Then we have Roach, Arthanes, Shamar Joseph, I think. That is why 11. So Roach, Shamar Joseph, Azari Joseph. And I think I had another one, but that's probably going to make the tail too long. But I say age is just a number. Well, I would love to see a couple of the guys that since as age is just a number, I would love to see Michael Holding and them guys playing, because I didn't get a chance to see any of them. Currently, Ambrose, I only saw a couple of his games, so I would love to see them guys. Brian Lara, I only saw the latter part of his career, so age is just a number. I would love if these guys can play them, because I would want to see them. You know, would a 50 over and T20 side be called? Would a 50 over and T20 side be called for Australia? I'm not sure if I understand what you mean. If they are going to pick another squad, I'm not sure if I understand the question, but going into Australia, more than likely, oh my gosh, more than likely it's going to be the same or the same squad. If they have 1 or 2 changes, maybe you'll have 1 or 2 changes, but yeah, they are going to announce a squad for Australia because they just finished this series, so they can't think we're going to just believe they are going with the same squad because anything can happen. People can get injured, people can say they're not going. So they're going to announce a squad. If that is the question, they're going to announce a squad. Okay, so Ricardo Paul and them guys. Exactly. Ricardo Paul made 100 the other day playing in America. I would love to see Ricardo Paul. You understand? I bet he's still sharp in the outfield. Question. How many home mayors and Hola, etc. are performing good when they are playing for other franchise, but when they play for us, they are performing to their ability. This is something that we have witnessed over the years. This is something that we have struggled with. You know, people that are actually retired now that you could call them franchise players. We used to have the same problem saying that they are so consistent finishing games and winning games and putting their teams in good position in the IPL and thing. And when they come back to the West Indies, they're not doing anything. So it's nothing new. And I don't think they're trying to do it. But in those teams, sometimes every little thing counts. You have different leadership. You have guys setting fields different. You're getting different advice. The pressure is different. The pressure is different. A lot of different things add up. He's getting too much time and he's not improving. I think he's talking about Da Silva. Well, he can, but Gale. All right, boss. I hear. So you wouldn't play both Moti and Sinclair. I have no problem playing Moti and Sinclair, but I still like Akil Hussain as my spinner. You understand? I still like Akil Hussain as a spinner. So if it is the case that the 2 left arm spinners are in the lead right now, then you play them. Moti at this point, you can drop Moti at this point. You understand? But I still like Akil Hussain's performance. So, probably the 2 left arm spinners. Sinclair, I definitely want to see Sinclair playing some cricket. You understand? But we obviously not going to play the 3 of them, Let me see. Someone was recommending Mark Dale to open with King for the World Cup. What's your thoughts on that? So we have seen Mark Dale doing some work for Trinidad and for Trinidad Knight Riders. Mark Dale is one of them guys that came when he was starting his career, very, very promising, looked good, classic and everything. But every now and again, you see him in the CPL and he performs well. You understand? Sometimes he gets his team off to a good start, but then you don't really see or hear anything much from him. I could be wrong, but the Trinidadians in the comment section, you can tell me how is Mark Dale performance in Super 50 in 4-day regional tournament. Super when it comes on to CPL, every now and again you might get a start from him, but Honestly speaking, I would even go Arthanes right now over him. How was Christmas? Well, Christmas was all right, Just stay home with the family and eat food and watch TV. That's all we can do. What is going on with Jamaica administration? It's disappointing that the Talawas will not be part of the CPL 2024. Yeah, I addressed this earlier, spoke on it at length. But there's a whole lot of things contributing to it, man. A lot of things. Yeah. You're probably gonna have to rewind the live to hear my long rant on that. Question Sports to the Bone. Which months in 2024 West Indies selectors should pick the World Cup squad and why? Um, so the squad, the World Cup is in June, right? From the 4th to the 30th, maybe in June. And we play England in when we play England in March. When are we playing in England? I think after we play England, they're going to have a pretty good idea. They're going to have a pretty good idea of who they want to select. You understand? The thing with world when it comes on to World Cup, there's a given time that you have to submit your team, and then you have a leeway where you can change things. So, I think they're going to work based off that. As I look to wrap up, guys, I'm going to read a couple more comments, and then we're going to run out of here. Da Silva is a specialist keeper, also keeper. Also, we can't outpace Australia. Um, outpace Australia. Spin would be the key. All right, Sir Ian. ESPN, Australia has Finch on TV, Pakistan versus Australia, and they end up briefly talking about Russell is back in T20. Not even talk about the test which ahead of T20. Insulting guys need to do something in the test. I mean, they spoke about the test last night, man. They spoke about the test last night. So I was watching it last night, and Kerry, the Kerry, I think his name is Kerry O'Keefe, and Wazim, I think it was Kerry and Wazim Akram were on commentary, and they were saying that the Pakistan bowlers aren't bowling too fast. Even Shine Shafri was bowling in the mid 130s, and they were saying, "Don't worry yourself. We have some pace coming in the next couple of weeks." And they pointed out Shamar Joseph, saying that they saw him in South Africa and they saw him, saw some clips on YouTube, and that he definitely can rattle some cages. But as I said, they are probably more worried about T20 coming to play T20, defending their T20 title, and not too worried about the World Cup, and not too worried about the test team. But yeah, they were talking about Shamar Joseph last night. Is Da Silva there in the test squad? Yes, Da Silva is definitely there. Who is the Windies fearless batter against pace in Australia squad? Do we have any? So Blackwood is the man that usually play that role. But I said it earlier that there's only one player I am backing to go on the front foot and actually look to attack and play shots, and that is Arthanes. I'm not saying the others are not capable, but he's the only one that I am backing that will do that. You understand? I am not being disrespectful to anyone. I am not trying to put Arthanes up on a pedestal, but Blackwood is the one that usually do that in our test team, and Kyle Mears when he plays. But looking at this team, that is the only man I see will do that. Last fearless batter we had was Gale. I mean, Gale was the last fearless one that was effective, if you want to put it that way. But Blackwood certainly played this game like that. But in terms of being fearless, that would probably be Gale. I really do think Moti is going to perform well. Yeah, I think Moti will give them some trouble. You understand? These guys will probably ticket, they're not going to be in any rush. So I don't know if he's going to bowl down the team, but he's definitely going to do well. I believe we can win the T20 series in Australia, but I don't have any confidence in the ODI and the test team. Yeah, I don't see us winning any of the ODIs or the test. It might sound away, but I don't see us winning any of those games. But we might do something in the T20. this is probably going to be the final comment before I run out of here. I not even got a chance to open the live tonight. I didn't even check in the waiting room to see if anyone was waiting. But hopefully the next live show we can read some comments and then open the live so people can come and voice their opinions. Because not everybody wants to type in the comment section. Some people like to come on and give their opinion. But let me read this one and then we see how it go. Black would always get caught hitting down the ground as well. Mackenzie showed some good intent as well, I think. Yeah, we know Blackwood thing. He always gets out mid on, mid off. Mackenzie. Yeah. What's your thoughts on Hodge and Greaves? Probably I should reserve my thoughts. I am hoping that they will perform well. You understand? I am hoping that they will perform well. These guys are guys that I have been watching in regional cricket, Greaves, he got the opportunity before to play for West Indies, and I I am hoping that they will perform. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm hoping those guys will perform. It's gonna be tough for them. That's my thoughts on it. It's gonna be tough for them. It's gonna be tough for them. I think the best thing that's gonna happen for us is the slow batting of Shandopal and Brathwaite. That is probably going to give us opportunity to watch cricket for long. Maybe not entertaining cricket, but the slow batting is probably going to help us a lot. And, I am saying this, I don't only watch West Indies when West Indies playing, right? Pakistan and Australia playing, and I am watching that. South Africa versus India, and I am looking at that. So I am looking at how teams are playing. So sometimes when I come down harsh on our players, people say, I am only talking bad about my team, but some of these people are only watching the regional cricket and the West Indies team. So we're going to leave it right there. I wish them all the best, my people. Hopefully we can get another couple of live shows before next week. I return to work next week, so hopefully we can get a couple more live shows in before it gets busy again. But that is pretty much it for this one, my people. Thank you all for coming on and sharing your opinions. Thank you for giving a listening ear. Thank you for being frank. Thank you for being blunt. You know how we do it over here. We like to call it as it is and don't sugarcoat it. If you are on and you have not yet subscribed to the platform, that's one way to show your support. You can hit that subscribe button and make sure that you turn on the post notification bell. You realize we're dropping videos 2 times a day, sometimes 3 times a day, based on the stories coming out. So make sure your notification bell is on so you can be notified when a video is out. Go and leave it right to yourself and know, my people. Gonna relax and watch some of the Australia versus Pakistan. Have a wonderful rest of the night. Continue to enjoy the Christmas season. Big up on yourself.